I should have said no the moment my twin brother begged me to take his place at the law firm for just one day. But I didn't. And now I'm lying to a man who could destroy me with a single glance or a kiss. I wasn't supposed to walk into Cohen and Grayson wearing Aiden's shoes. Literally. My brother's an Ivy League lawyer with sharp elbows and an even sharper brain. Me? I make lattes and messes. I can't even spell subpoena without Googling it. But when he showed up at my apartment pale, panicked, and pleading, I couldn't turn him away. Just sign a few things, not a lot, and whatever you do, don't talk to the boss, Aiden had said, already halfway out the door. I nodded, like an idiot. Then I walked into the boardroom and locked eyes with him. Nathaniel Grayson, 40, ruthless, sharp as a scalpel. The kind of man who doesn't blink when cutting a $1 million dealer a junior associate. He looked at me like he was reading a contract I hadn't signed. And something about the way his jaw ticked when I smiled made my skin spark. I should have run. But then he said, "Stay. I need you on this case." And my heart, me stupid, rebellious, not Aiden heart, stumbled. Because for the first time in my life, I wasn't just my brother's shadow. I was seen. And God help me, I stayed. The first week was a disaster. I tripped over legal jargon like it was barbed wire. I nodded at the wrong times. I signed documents upside down. But Nathaniel didn't fire me. Instead, he watched me closely, too closely. There was a tension between us I didn't understand at first. A flicker in his gaze, like he was peeling back layers I didn't know I had. "You've changed," he said once, eyes narrowing as we stood by the window late at night. The city sprawled behind him like a lie. "You smile more." I swallowed. "Maybe I have less to lose." He stared at me so long I thought I'd melt right there. It was reckless, all of it. The way I leaned into his office just to feel his breath on my cheek. The way his hand brushed my back when no one was looking. The time I nearly kissed him in the elevator. When the world was silent and only our hearts were loud. But I was playing with fire. And he was the match. Then came the night he kissed me. It was after hours, storm outside, papers everywhere. Our hands bumping as we reached for the same file. Our eyes locked. His fingers stilled. "I'm tired of pretending," he said, voice low and rough. Me too, I wanted to say. But which pretending did he mean? Then he kissed me like he'd been waiting his whole life. And I kissed him back like I forgot I was a lie. I couldn't sleep after that. Not because of guilt, but because I didn't want to wake up. I started dreading every text from Aiden. I avoided mirrors. I was falling for a man who thought I was someone else, and worse, I didn't want to stop. Every moment with Nathaniel was a slow unraveling. He wasn't cold, not really. Underneath the harsh exterior was a man who couldn't sleep without thunder, who hated birthdays, who never drank coffee but kept packets of sugar in his drawer because his mother used to do the same. He was lonely, and maybe so was I. But the truth is a hungry thing. It waits, it watches, and eventually it devours. Aiden called. "I'm coming back Monday. You're out." Just like that. So Sunday night, I packed my things. Left a note on Nathaniel's desk. One line.
"I'm sorry."
And then I ran. A week passed. I tried to go back to my normal life. My coffee machine broke. My cat hated me.
I cried over commercials.
I was a mess of longing and guilt and caffeine withdrawal. Then he showed up at my apartment. Nathaniel. In the rain.
No umbrella. No suit.
Just soaked hair and rage and heartbreak in his eyes. "You're not Aiden." It wasn't a question. "I'm not," I whispered. He stared at me for a long, painful moment. Then he did the last thing I expected. He laughed. Low, bitter. I knew something was off. "God, I thought I was losing my mind. The way you looked at me," smiled, touched me. His voice cracked. It felt real. "It was real," I said, stepping forward. "It still is." He flinched. "You lied." "I know. But everything after that first day, it was me. Every smile, every touch, every time I made you laugh. That was me." He looked at me then, not like a boss, not like a man betrayed, but like someone still trying to figure out if love can grow from lies. "I don't know if I can trust you," he said quietly. "I'll earn it." I promised. One day at a time. Took weeks. He didn't call. Then he did. We met for coffee. I spilled it on him. He smiled. We argued. We laughed. We walked under the same umbrella, and eventually he let me hold his hand. Slowly, like a sunrise after a long, stormy night, he let me back in, this time as me. And one morning, standing in my kitchen, his tie undone and hair a mess, he said, "You lied your way into my life, but you loved your way into my heart." I kissed him then, sweet and certain. Maybe we started with a lie, but this loveliest the truth. And it's the best damn case we'll ever win. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.